Roy Alphard. Roy Alphard is a Sin archbishop of the witch cult, representing the bizarre eating aspect of gluttony. First introduced in Arc 5, Roy later served as one of the main antagonists of Arc 6, alongside his brother and sister. During the events of Arc 5, he ate Julius' name, causing everyone but Subaru to forget about him. In Arc 6, however, he made a big mistake when he tried to devour Reed Astrea, only to have his body taken over. While he regained control of his body after Reed's soul shattered due to it being incompatible with Roy's body, the fatal wound rendered him unconscious and he was sealed away with the usage of Een magic. Appearance. Roy has long, disheveled dark brown hair, along with emerald green eyes that are yellow in the center and have a poisonous glimmer to them. He also has a young look, a mischievous smile, and wears a piece of cloth around his body. Personality. Unlike Lai, Roy doesn't care about what he eats, nor does he place any special emphasis on who he eats with like Lewis. As bizarre eating, his approach towards his meals is much more casual, emphasizing quantity over quality as seen when he ate Julius despite admitting he had a bland taste. As described by his brother, he simply wants to eat without any thought or preparation put into it, for which he was repeatedly criticized by his siblings. He isn't as close to Lewis as Lai is, but is nonetheless devoted and caring towards her. He speaks in a collective manner using us and we instead of first or third person. In combat, Roy strives to exploit his opponent's weaknesses, unlike his brother who likes to give his opponents a chance to compete with him. He views combat as nothing more than a violent way of getting his meals. Abilities. Authority of Gluttony. Bashoka no Ken no Roy is able to use the authority of Gluttony. Gluttony, Bashoka Roy can eat the name and memories of their opponent. To eat a name, he touches them with his left hand, then licks the palm of the same hand. Things such as experience, talent, and the likes and dislikes of human relationships serve as food for him, allowing him to take advantage of any abilities or memories his opponents had. However, if Roy eats a fake name, he becomes plagued with severe nausea. Even after killing Roy, the names and memories of his victims will not return to their original owners. Those that have had their names eaten have their existences erased from the world, destroying any human relationships along with negating any contracts with spirits. Those that have their memories eaten become amnesic and any characteristics they may have had are reset, effectively making them into a different person. Those that have both their name and memories eaten simply become a shell, and although they live, they no longer eat, excrete waste, or age, putting them in suspended animation. They cannot eat the same person twice until that individual gains enough new memories to establish a different sense of self from their old one. Eclipse. Eclipse is considered to be the trump card of gluttony. It is split into two types, solar eclipse, Nishoku, and lunar eclipse, Geshoku. Lunar eclipse allows the holder to use their victims' memories and harvest their skills and knowledge. Roy used lunar eclipse to boost his physical strength and speed in his fight against Julius Juculius and Ricardo Welkin. It is worth noting that by eating a person's name and using lunar eclipse, Roy does not gain his victim's divine protections, spirit arts, or authorities. Solar eclipse allows the holder to harvest their victim's name and transform their appearance accordingly. Lewis, for example, transformed into Neji Rockheart and numerous other victims she and her two brothers had eaten throughout the years using her sibling's body. Demon Beast Control. Because Roy, Lai, and Lewis each possess the witch factor of gluttony which was previously in Daphne's possession, they can direct demon beasts to attack certain areas. This is why the Hakugiai's attacks were coordinated with those of the witch cult. In Arc 6, Lai and Roy are able to get to the Pleiades watchtower in half a day by commanding the demon beasts in the Augria sand dunes, and order them to attack the watchtower. Despite his ability to control the Hakugiais and the Usagi, even if Roy had help from his brother and sister, they wouldn't be capable of controlling the Kurohibi, according to the author. Creation. Lewis stated she and her brothers can create life with the usage of her witch factor of gluttony, just like how Daphne created the demon beasts 4 centuries ago. However, Lewis has also stated she and her brothers had no reason to do so, hence they never followed through the idea. While all of this has been strictly stated by Lewis, it's safe to assume Roy can also create life through the usage of his witch factor of gluttony. Master Class Fighter. Through the accumulation of souls eaten with his authority, Roy gains any abilities his victims once had such as martial art techniques and magic by using lunar eclipse. In turn, this grants him extraordinary combat strength. He was able to overpower both Julius and Ricardo who are noted to be very strong. Snake of the Twin Sword. A sword technique that launches several combination slashes at high speed. Equipment: Roy wields 2 claws from his hands that he uses with his speed and lightness. He also wields daggers that were hidden inside of his clothes. Witch Cult's Gospel: As a member of the Witch Cult, Roy was the owner of a copy of the Witch Cult Gospel. Each Witch Cult Gospel was a replica of the Book of Wisdom, a book that had been in the possession of the Witch of Greed Echidna. The Book of Wisdom would provide exact details of future events concerning the Witch of Greed, essentially bestowing Echidna with a form of precognition. Unlike the original Book of Wisdom, the Gospels of the Witch Cult were imperfect replicas, meaning that, although they detailed the future of its owner, the events conveyed were subject to change and the information provided was often up for interpretation. The Gospels took the form of small black books that could only be read by their owners. If you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later, bye bye.